Everyone, welcome to the Twin Stitches Designs podcast. My name is Julie, and this is episode 6. I am so glad you're joining me today. We are Friday, October 11th. It is around 12:30. I just put my twins down for a nap, and I figured I would upload this podcast for you guys. I'm coming a week later than it was supposed to be planned. Last week was a little hectic. Me and my husband both got sick with a cold. And then I started having some wrist pain, so I had to stop knitting for a few days. So it was just all chaotic, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to wait a week while I feel a little bit better, bring a full podcast to you guys, and just have it be. I tried. I tried to film a podcast. It was a mess. Like, I deleted that, and I'm like, I can't upload this. Like, people are going to think I'm crazy. I can't. Like, it was just like all over the place. I wasn't in the right mindset to try and remember things or talk to people. It was awful. So yeah, no, I'm really happy to be coming to you guys today, and I'm so excited to show you everything I've been working on. So, I mean, get ready because there is a lot of knitting. I wanted to say a huge thank you to anyone who had commented on my post. I put out there that I was having some wrist issues. I want to say on Saturday and Sunday, and some of Monday, I wasn't able to knit at all. Like, I woke up and my wrist was just in so much pain, shooting up all the way. It was carpal tunnel. I have issues, so I wasn't able to knit. And I had asked you guys for any tips and tricks and suggestions and stretches, and you gave me so much. And if you are having any issues or would love to go see, I think I want to say it's like my second or third post. There's some amazing comments in there, and hopefully they can maybe help you too. And it's just getting me to realize that I'm a person, not a machine. I can't knit as much as a machine can, and I need to listen to my body, take those breaks, do those stretches. And I find sometimes when we're focused on the end goal, we're not thinking throughout what we're doing. Are we stretching enough? Are we taking enough breaks? Are we listening to our bodies and making sure that it's okay rather than just, drilling through the end project? So it really made me take a step back, and I've incorporated some stretches, which I'm really enjoying. And I make sure sometimes if I know like I'm going to be doing a long stretch of knitting, I'll actually put a timer on my phone like every 15 to 20 minutes. And once that goes off, I put down the knitting wherever I am, and I do those stretches. Even one person had commented, if you're knitting on a large garment like a sweater, when you do every round, try to take it, put it down and do those stretches. And that can also help you and force you to get that new habit in. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who reached out and gave me some great suggestions. I've been looking through them, and it's been so helpful. So thank you. I actually wrote down some show notes today, so I'm really hoping that we can, keep on top of everything and have it be somewhat normal. So if I'm looking down here, I'm just checking on the show notes to make sure we're not forgetting anything. So where you can find me, we're starting out good. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Julianne Knitter. As well, you can find all of my designs in Twin Stitches Designs on Ravelry. We have a Ravelry group. If you check out the groups tab under Twin Stitches Designs, you can find all the links down below this video, as well as I do post a forum in our Ravelry group with that. If you have any questions, please either list them there or under this video, and I always try to make sure I answer them. I've actually added in the Ravelry group a Ask Me Anything thread, so if you guys have any random questions about how I knit socks or how whatever the case may be, knitting life related, be normal questions, definitely put them in there. I'll either answer them there or sometimes do some fun segments on the podcast. If you also have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to hear what you would love to see, if there's anything specific that you would like to see from me. All right, we have a few administrative things I want to talk about first. And one of those is, I had mentioned before that I was doing a few charity knits and charity designs. One of those was for Bare Naked Wools. They will actually have my socks at Rhinebeck, the pair of socks. So I think it is going to be released that weekend as well. And they are going to be a paid for pattern with them. All the proceeds are going to be going to their charity, the Red Scarf campaign. So I'm very excited, and I was so humbled to be able to design for them. They are an incredible company, and I loved working with their yarn. The second charity knit that I'm currently doing is with Luke, my tech editor, who is an incredible person. He has his own nonprofit organization and has been wanting to get some knitters, designers, tech editors, like everyone all involved and grouped up together for this amazing nonprofit. I'm going to read a little bit of the details because I don't want to get anything wrong. So they're called Huggleble Happiness, and you can find us on Instagram as well. I will link everything below. If you are a designer, we're still looking for some designers. Also, I'll be putting up a test knit call for this little hat pattern, so take a look out for that. These are all going to be, everyone who designs patterns, it will be free patterns. And what we're wanting to do is to encourage people who knit up these patterns to be able to donate them to charities. We are going to be having like this cute layout, like everything is going to be really detailed in these patterns. And I think Luke is wanting to do like some segments of designers. So maybe in like December, there'll be like 8 patterns released, and in the new year, like every few months or so. The details are still being worked out for that, but I wanted to show you the pattern that I've designed, and I used Laura's yarn, who you might have heard on this podcast, my good friend Laura of Camp Fiber Yarns. This is in her DK base, which is 100% BFL. If you want a good DK weight yarn, this was amazing to work with. I mean, you've heard me talk about her all the time, but so this isn't, I know this is not my size. I knit this hat with the white and then the speckled. So it's this fun little color work, like there's arrows going that way, arrows going this way, and then like a fun little, and then this is just a pom-pom. I haven't secured it yet, but I will be once I block it. I haven't blocked this out. I still need to take some photographs and everything, and it's just a really fun, quick pattern. I did the ribbing with a US 7, the body with a US 8, and it's simple, simple color work. I've done this from sizes, let me double check. I don't want to say wrong. I want to say I did all the way from, is it child to adult large? Let me double check that for you guys. There will be toddler, child, youth, adult small, adult medium, and adult large. So there's 6 sizes total. So I'll be wanting it test knit for these sizes. So if you are interested, I'll probably put a call up to the Ravelry group right away. But I had enough, so I made the opposite. So I have twins, so I made it in their size. I did the child size, I think. I did the child. Because I wanted it a little bit bigger for them and to be able, they are 21 months old, but I did want it to last a few years. And yeah. So then I did the main color with the white as the contrast. Isn't this adorable? So this pattern will be available throughout the charity, and I just think it's an amazing, amazing cause. And yeah, if you are interested at all, I will put Luke's information and you can get a hold in touch with him. If you would like to, we're still always looking for some designers to do up some very fast projects. We're really looking for, I think, like mittens and hats and scarves and something very fast that someone could knit as a gift for the charities. So yeah. So about the charity, which I said I would talk about and then I didn't. You guys, I'm trying. Let me look. All right, in my inbox. All right. So they teach teens how to run a business by running projects that they design. This is one of the projects, the Huggleble Helping Hands for Huggleble Happiness Corporation is his nonprofit. So they are partnering with multiple organizations, all in desperate need of winter accessories, especially in Indiana and the Midwest. It gets cooler. These teams will organize, distribute all the items donated while learning valuable business skills along the way. We are looking for designers, yarn dyers, and test knitters to join our team. So we're still also looking for some yarn dyers to be able to supply some yarn to all the designers. So if you are interested, like I said, get in touch with Luke. I'll put his information below. And I mean, the more the merrier. This is a great cause that is helping people. So I think I'm going to be designing another hat pattern or two. And just out of like some DK worsted weight, I might look at my stash, or if there's a yarn dyer out there, a yarn dyer out there that would love to collab, send me a direct message and we can work something out. I'm looking to design them for the new year, so maybe another hat pattern or two to add to that collection. Okay, I think that's it on those. So I told you I had so much to show you, and this past 2 weeks I've had 2 patterns that have gone live on Ravelry. The first one is the Coffee House Sock Club. You've heard this before and you'll keep hearing it for a little bit. The second pattern came out and they are called Coffee's Best Friend. This was a collaboration with Ali of Explore Knits in her espresso colorway, and this one is We Met in a Coffee Shop. So the Coffee House Sock Club is a 3-month pattern club that I have in my Ravelry store. You can still get it at a discount. I've collaborated with some amazing friends, some yarn dyers, as well as Amanda of Little Bitty Delights, who has designed some special stitch markers for this collection. And this pattern is now available. You can only get the patterns available during the club. December 1st, they will be available at full price for individual purchase. So you can grab those then if you see any. And this is the details of, it's this fun cable that has some seed stitch in the middle with some cables on the side. Yeah, you see, like it's a really, really pretty. So I did like a row or two of the contrast color and then all throughout. I really, really enjoyed designing this pair of socks out of Ali's yarn. And I'm really, really happy with it. The stitch marker that went with this is a lavender tiramisu. And I mean, Amanda is just absolutely, oh my god, she's so talented. Like you see like the little cup. I'm blown away with her talent. Like she just does these stitch markers amazing. So yeah, so that was the second one, and there will be the third pattern coming out November 1st, and that stitch marker that'll go with it. I'm really excited for that one as well. The second pattern that was out was suit and tie socks. These were a collaboration with Brianna of the Little Wolf Knits. I knit these out of her Dune Runner, which is the main color, and Boardwalk sock kit. She currently has some listed in her shop if you would like to grab a pair. These, I forgot to mention, were knit on 2.25 millimeter needles on my Chiagus, and these were for my husband, so I knit them on a 2.5 millimeter needle Chiagu. No, I knit these. I don't have a 2.5 millimeter yet of Chiagu, but those are on the to get list very soon. So yeah, these went live. If you would love to grab yourself a copy, I will link it down below. They are a simple 2-row repeat sock, great for any member of your family that if you want to do any gift knitting, this would be great. It has some great stretch, like super stretchy, super comfortable. I've asked my husband, my dad, my brother, and they all love them. So it's a great unisex pattern. I call them suit and tie just because they're kind of like a fun thing. I just love the name, so I went with that. So yeah, these are continuing to be, I call them my men's collection, but they're really like a unisex where you can knit them for anyone. And I'm wanting to do more of this type of patterns in the future where men are, how can I put it? You're not scared to knit them for the men. I know that My dad is very doesn't like a lot of floof in his socks. He loves hand knit socks, really does. But I know if I knit him like a lacy thing or like super intricate cables, he's not into that. He loves, just plain simple patterns. And as well, I want these patterns to be easy for us to knit because they have larger feet than us. And it's a pain in the bum to knit them pairs of socks. So the easier I can make it on myself to knit them, I count that as a win. So I'm really excited about these. If you want to grab them, I appreciate all of your support, and they are available on Ravelry now. I had a coupon code. It expires tonight, October 11th, for 20% off if you use Suit and Tie 20. I'd mentioned on the previous podcast that if ever I don't do a podcast right away and you don't want to miss out on any deals, sign up for my newsletter. The link is below, and you'll only get emails when there is a new pattern or promotion going on. You won't get a pattern. You won't get an email every week. And make sure to check out your junks or your promotions tab because they do tend to go in there. I think I got everything. Hey, we're doing good today. We're doing good. All right, I'm just going to take a drink of water, and then we're going to go on whips. I have a ton for you guys. This is just some water with some fun squirts in there. I take like the Dasani drops, and I find it helps me drink a lot more water than I should. You didn't ask, but there you go. This is being housed in my the Tangle Stitch shop, and I love her bags. I really do need to get more. I grabbed this one last year, and it was a cute little Christmas theme, so I really enjoyed it. You guys, you're going to be so proud of me. Like, I'm expecting you guys are going to be clapping over there and being like super proud of me because I've made so much progress on these socks. So this is a collaboration with Amanda of Little Bitty Delights. I am not showing you the stitch marker. That is going to be a secret. So these pair of socks are going to be for the Cozy Mystery Sock Club in the month of October. There will be a pre-order up soon, maybe next week, the week after. I'm not 100% sure on the date. You can grab, it's going to be a fun box with all these different makers that are going to have some fun little surprises for you guys. But Amanda told me that I'm allowed to show you the pair of socks. And the last episode, I checked because I wasn't even sure if like where I was at on these. But I was right. I took off my stitch marker, but I was here. See? I'm really proud of myself. So I finished the full sock, and what I decided to do was to do the texture in the back of the sock and keep the front all stockinette. I will show you the stitch in the back. So it's these fun cables with a stockinette that goes in the back, and the cables run in the heel. So when you look at the heel, they go all in. And they're not a super thick cable, so you're not really like feeling it like uncomfortable on your heel. It's really just a fun twist, and then you get a full vanilla pair of socks. I absolutely love just the details in the back of the heels. I think it's something I want to do more of and design more of because they're fun. And then after that, you're just knitting plain stockinette for the foot. Really, really enjoy that. So I'm knitting these on a 2.25 millimeter needle. The yarn is by Little Lotus Lane. It is her twist sock 7525, her colorway Beside the Fire. So when you buy the kit, this will be the yarn that is included. And she is an incredible dyer. I really love her yarn. It's amazing to work with, really high twist. I think these are going to be super sturdy, great pair of socks. So yeah, I am on the heel of the second one. A little bit of a mess here, but that's fine. Yeah. So my goal by the end of this week is to finish this pair of socks completely because after I turn the heel, it's just a plain vanilla sock. So that I can knit on whenever, and it's great to have as travel knitting as well. You know, when I go, sometimes I go pick up Eric, my husband from work with the girls, and sometimes I go do groceries. Tangent coming on. I have discovered with the help of my friend who, you can order your groceries online at my local superstore, which is a grocery chain. And I order everything online, and I can pay it online. And I get there, and I just call and I say, "Hi, I'm Julie, and I'm parked in number 3 here to pick up my groceries." They come to my car, give me my receipt, and pack all of my groceries in my trunk. Like, are you kidding me? Like, for $3. I pay $3 for this. I'm like in awe with being a mom of twins who there is no way I am entering a grocery store with these two crazies. I won't get out. Like, I will just go insane. So this service, I love it. And I'll bring either I'm trying to keep my dishcloth in there or a pair of vanilla socks. So when I park the car and I'm waiting for the groceries, I'll give the girls a snack and I'll just knit. I mean, come on, every knitter even if you don't have kids. I mean, that's extra knitting time, people. Just saying. And you don't have to deal with all the crazies inside of the grocery stores. All my groceries are done, and yeah, I love it. I love it. Really didn't need to know that, but there you go, information. You come for the knitting, but you get way more, right? All right. Next one, I'll show you something you have already seen, and then I have 2 brand new cast-ons on top of that. I know, and don't worry, they're designs. I told myself I'm not allowed to really just cast on anything I want because I'm supposed to be knitting all of the whips this year. We're still on that. So this is my new sweater design, one of them, with the incredible Laura of Camp Fiber Yarns. This is in her Mariana's Trench, which is the blue, and in the silvery, it is tiramisu. And I have made somewhat of a dent. I want to say I've knit 5 to 5.5 inches from under the armpit. Is this the back? Oh, yeah, that's the back. And there we go. It's blowing out because it's just such an incredible blue. But yeah, so this is the new sweater. And I love working it from time to time. I'm actually knitting this at a looser gauge on a US 5, and I'm loving the fabric. I'm wanting this to be a little bit oversized and trying to get this not to blow out. But yeah, it's hard. It's one of those colors that's hard not for it to blow out. But I'm knitting these on my High Sharps interchangeable needles, which I really, really love. I eventually need to get a Chiagu interchangeable. That would be amazing. Not on the budget right now, but would be. I think those would be my 2 favorite needles are the High Sharps and Chiagu. I really love those both. But I'm enjoying this knit. I can't wait to get it done and wear it. I think I'll be wearing it a ton. I'm hoping to get the body done by the end of October. I've ordered actually some 12-inch circular needles. I was hearing many people talk about how amazing it is for sleeves. So I ordered myself some 12-inch circular needles for this and my next project, so a US 5 and a US 6. So I'm hoping that that'll make it go even quicker. I love it. I'll be looking for test knitters soon, so if you are interested, I'm designing this for 10 sizes, from a 32-inch bust all the way to a 60-inch bust. So if you are interested, definitely keep an eye out for that. In the Ravelry group, I have a test knitting ear burn list, so if ever you don't want to miss out on a test knit call, definitely go there, and I will ear burn everyone when I have any test knits available. I usually like 2 to 3 test knitters per size if I can. So there's a good chance that you could get picked for that one. And I usually give you guys about 8 weeks for a fingering weight sweater. So it's enough time to knit up a full sweater. And yeah, so if you're interested, get on that test knitting ear burn list, and I'll be looking for that soon. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is in my Mini Moon sewing bag. That I really love. I use it all the time. So I need to grab more of those. I really enjoy them. All right, we're going, people. The next step, I'm just going to change my, I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, So this week, what we also did, and I completely forgot last weekend, we actually went to go take photos of my new sweater pattern currently in test knitting the Kalma sweater, which is the red sweater with the color work with Lizzie Ann yarns. I've loved working with her yarn, and I've said and mentioned it won't be the last time, and it definitely won't. So I had some leftover of the teacup, which was the contrast color. And it is this beautiful pale pink with some speckles. So I had this pattern written down, oh my god, I want to say for maybe like over 6 months, and I just never had the time or the yarn for it, and I thought these were perfect. So this is out of her teacup colorway on a 75-25 base, Lizzie Ann, and I designed a pair of fingerless mitts. There's some fun cables, some cables, some twisted stitches. So I just need to pick up the thumb. These are so fast that we are Friday. I cast this on Wednesday. I have one done, well, except for the thumb, and I'm ready to start the thumb gusset for the second one. I'll have this one, I think, done by tonight, and I'll have both thumbs done for tomorrow. It's amazing. I love fingerless mitts because they're so fast and there's no fiddling. It's amazing. So I really enjoy working with their yarn, and I thought, what better way to use up some of the leftovers than to cast on a pair of fingerless mitts. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. Again, I'm thinking of releasing the fingerless mitts at the same time as the sweater, very early November, and I'll be looking for test knitters for this. There's only 2 sizes, and so I'll probably grab like 2 to 3 people per size. So this one won't be as big of a test knit than the sweater, but yeah, so look that maybe in another week or 2, and this will be another test knit that I'll need you guys for. So if you're interested, definitely go in the test knitting earburn list so you won't miss out. And I usually leave the test knit call open for maybe like 4 or 5 days, if not sometimes a week. So you have a chance to, and it's not first come, first serve. You apply, and then I pick throughout that depending on the sizes. And yeah, so don't forget to apply if you definitely want to. This is being housed in my Mrs. Brown's bag, and I think it's perfect for just like these fingerless mitts or a sock pattern bag. I really love it. Okay, my last whip. Where are we at? Oh, this is a little bit of a longer podcast. We're already at 30 minutes. So this one is being housed in this is my maple mousse fiber bag. And I don't think she does bags anymore. I'm not sure. The last time I checked, her shop was always on vacation. I will not show the actual sweater because I'm wanting to keep it somewhat of a secret, but I have started knitting with Tous les Matins yarns, and I'm designing a all-over colorwork sweater. Yep, I'm doing it, guys. So I still have these hooked onto the sweater, so I can't really pull them all out. This one is in her Fox colorway, Ghost, and Cumulonimbus. So all 3 of these, this is the main color of the sweater, and these 2 are the contrasts that go throughout the entire sweater. So this is what I'm currently knitting on. It's in her DK weight base, which is 100% superwash merino, and it's knitting up beautifully. I'm knitting this on a US 6, and I'm wanting it to be a little bit denser fabric, so this is all I'm going to show. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get, people. I'm really excited about this. I'm wanting to get a few things. I jot down the entire pattern. I've done the math for all the sizes, and I've done the chart. So now it's just really knitting it up and seeing, okay, is it working out? Does it make sense? And this one is going to take obviously a little bit more headspace than just plain stockinette on my other sweater. So I'm wanting to get that sweater done with off my needles. And in the meantime, like from here and there, I can work on this one and try to get huge dents in this one as well. But I'm not putting a big deadline on myself for this one to be like, I have to finish this by this date, because I know it's going to take a little bit longer having the entire sweater be color work. So I'm really enjoying that. And it's an incredible collaboration with her and Darian, I think it is. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's my first all over colorwork sweater. I did a swatch, was it 2 podcasts ago? And that, yeah, I had to cast it on this week. I was just like, I was staring at them and I couldn't help myself. I it just sucked me right in. You know, when you have, like, I had everything. And I told you, like, I got my project bag ready. I had my needles in there, had the yarn all kicked up, and it was just staring at me. Like, please, please cast me on. So I did. Yeah, I think that's all of what I've been working on. It's quite a lot. I think I've been doing really well. I've mentioned a lot of times before in my podcast where I'm very goal oriented. If you've watched any of my podcasts, you'll know that I always set up goals for myself. Now, I think that's a great thing, but I also think in terms of listening to my body, it's not a great thing. I've been pushing myself a little too hard, and I think that's why I was getting wrist issues, is pushing myself over deadlines that I was putting on myself. Like, nobody was saying, like, you need to do this week. I was physically telling myself, like, I need to do this, and I was pushing myself over that limit, which I don't think is healthy for me. So while I do want to continue doing deadlines and goals and being that oriented, I'm also going to allow myself a little bit of wiggle room that, you know what, if I don't finish that day and I finish it the next day, there's no problem with that. I think I need to be more flexible with that and more understanding of where more listening to my body and what it's telling us. I think that's so important. So yeah, this week, like I said, I'm planning on finishing the pair of fingerless mitts. I'm planning on finishing the socks for the collaboration. I want those two off my needles. And I'm thinking of the body of my fingering weight sweater maybe by the end of October, maybe sooner. The like, what I'm telling myself is by the end of October, like, the body needs to be completely done, which I think is totally feasible because I'm already 5 inches down. I only need like another 9-10 inches, and I've done 5 inches in a week with a bad wrist and knitting everything else. So if I put my bum in gear, we can get this done. All right, things I got in the mail. I got 2 things in the mail. One of them, ironically, I put in an order for Tuft Woolens. I absolutely adore her hand balms. They look like little deodorant sticks, but they smell amazing, and they are just, you put it on your hands and it helps with knitting, and if your hands get dry. There's some lanolin as well as some shea butter, and I ordered autumn berry and vanilla almond. Now, I do not have the vanilla almond to show you because my husband took it to work. He had very dry hands this morning. He's like, "Ooh, that smells nice. Can I borrow some of that?" And I thought, you know what? Like, guard it with your life. I cannot get this scent back for a while. And so he really wanted more of it, and I placed another order this morning. I think I ordered campfire s'mores, blueberry lemonade for him. I ordered another one. Sugar Skull? I love vanilla. Vanilla is my favorite scent ever. I love vanilla, cinnamon. I'm a very fall scented. So I'm really excited for campfire s'mores. I heard was really good, and I want my vanilla almond back. So I ordered him a blueberry lemonade, and I'm like, that one is yours to keep, you know, when your hands get really dry in the winter. So that one is yours. If you lose it, that's not my problem. You guys, I know. And the next thing I ordered is I ordered myself some extra needles from on eBay. And I got a extra cable of Hiya Hiya for my interchangeable, the 32-inch, because I do knit a few sweaters at a time. So I wanted an extra one, so whenever this sweater gets too large for the 24-inch needles, um, yeah, needles, I can switch it up. And then I had ordered myself some US 6, some extra ones. So that's all I got in the mail this week. I didn't really do much ordering. I'm still on a yarn budget, like yarn diet. I'm not trying to order any yarn because I have so many designs in the works. And yeah, I don't really have the time to be knitting just for myself. I'm really excited though. I want to say about a month ago, Freckled Whimsy had a sale on her sock knitting tubes, and I sent 5 sock knitting tubes because I was realizing I'm getting close to Christmas. And last year, I put the amazing task on myself to knit everybody a pair of socks for Christmas. Now I'm assuming they're expecting a hand knit pair of socks for Christmas every year. Have I done any of those? No, I've done the ones for my mom and my mother-in-law. The guys in my family have no hand knit socks, so I sent over like some Felici, some Opal, some West Yorkshire spinners, so that I can give. I'll just need to put the heels, toes, and cuffs, and I'll be so excited. So I think it's supposed to maybe arrive next week. So you never know. I'll show those off as soon as they come. I'm super excited to get those back and see how they fit and see how they work. And I'm hoping, because I had asked her, you could either get the option where she would use up the entire 100 grams, or she could leave some for you to knit up the toes and heels, toes, and cuffs. And I asked her to use up the entire skeins, and I'll just be using some mini skeins that I have downstairs. What I'm hoping is that if I use up, like maybe do like a 2-inch rib for the socks, I could maybe get like 2 pairs per tube. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm really excited and I'm hoping, because that would make my job so much easier if I could get like, because then that would be 10 pairs of men's socks done. Yeah, that would be incredible. All right. I think that's enough babbling for now. That's all the knitting. So if you are just here for the knitting, thank you so much for joining me today. I have appreciated all of your support for the podcast. Thank you so much. For any of you who have subscribed. And if you do love it, make sure you give it a nice thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other ones. And for the rest of you, there's not much going on this weekend. We are Thanksgiving in Canada, so a nice long weekend. I'm excited, and we're just going to be relaxing. Eric's parents are coming down, I think, on Sunday, so we're just going to have a nice relaxing time. We're not doing a big meal or anything. My family doesn't really, we're not trying to go all out this year. I think everyone's a little bit tired, so we're just wanting to take it easy. And we're just going to spend some family quality time together. I might go down to see my family with the girls. So yeah, I think it's just going to be taking it easy, no stress, and knitting my bum off. And I hope that next week's podcast will come to you. Like I said, every week is usually what I love to be able to give you guys. And yeah, on that note, happy knitting, everyone, and I will see you all next week. So happy Thanksgiving if you're in Canada, and if not, well, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye. You guys, welcome to the Twin Stitches. Blah, blah.